Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome to the channel and thank you so much for taking your own time out to check out this movie review, where I've got to give a big thank you to the awesome folks at Shudder for this early screener for a movie hitting their platform on October 13th, and that is called Dark Glasses, which I believe is pronounced in Italian Occhiali Neri. So apologies if I've mispronounced or butchered that pronunciation. Anyway, this movie is directed by Dario Argento, and it's also written by him and Franco Ferrini. And if anyone knows Dario Argento, that name might sound familiar. He directed the original Suspiria, which, at least if you're in a horror fan or a horror community, you've at least kind of heard or seen that movie. Now, the cast here that we've got is Ilenia Pastorelli as Diana, Dario Argento as Rita, Andrea Zhang as Chen. And if you're wondering what the plot of Dark Glasses is all around, well, essentially it's around Diana's character, played by Ilenia Pastorelli, who works as a prostitute, and one night whilst driving, she's crashed into by a serial killer in a botched attack. And as a result, a young boy named Chen survives and is taken in by Diana, abruptly altering both of their lives forever. And this movie is Italian language with English subtitles, and it's also filmed in Rome and Lazio in Italy. So going into Dark Glasses, I'd only ever seen the movie poster. I knew nothing about the movie whatsoever. I wanted to be pleasantly surprised. I did watch my friend Ryan's review just before this movie, which I will leave a link to in the description box below. But what can I honestly say about Dark Glasses? Well, guys, unfortunately, this is a big miss. I'm absolutely gutted that is the case, because I kind of had high hopes for this. There's plenty of movies I've seen where I had zero expectations or zero knowledge of going into it, and came out to be one of my favourite movies of the year. Like last year was The Killing of Kenneth Chamberlain. However, in terms of Dark Glasses, yeah, I haven't got hardly any positives at all I can say about this movie. I would say the two positives that I've got is, firstly, any practical effects and makeup that was used was done pretty well, and also the cinematography with the filming locations. Now, I have a big list of cons, and I think this all comes down to the script. Now, I do believe that this was a script written in around 2002 to 2004 time, and the movie got canned because the production company went into bankruptcy. This has kind of been a project maybe been on the back burner for several years, and the movie just does not work in today's standards. So the issue is with this movie, a lot of it does not make any sense at all. I mean, for example, we've got a beginning scene, which I'll not spoil what happens. In that first kind of 5 minutes beginning scene, kind of plays absolutely zero relevance to the rest of the movie, except for introducing our main character Diana's dark glasses. I was like, so the point of this scene is to introduce a pair of glasses? Yeah, it just absolutely was stupid. And it led into nothing with the rest of the movie. But then also, our main character isn't likable. The script tries to make you feel as if you should be rooting for a character. And certainly, you know, I'm not a heartless person here. You know, I can definitely feel sympathy for a blind person, and I can't imagine how easy or hard that would be to navigate around life or to learn those skills. The issue is, though, not with that aspect of the movie. It's how they've wrote it. The character who is actually then blind, it was just terrible. The writing here was appalling. At around the 30-35 minute mark in this movie, the effects are laughably bad. There was several moments where it's supposed to be a really serious moment or a death, and I would find myself laughing out loud at how bad it was executed. I don't think necessarily this is all Dario Argento's fault, because obviously he was only given a budget for this movie, and you can definitely tell that there was some budget elements here that really played a factor into the movie. There's one moment in here as well where our character is trying to break the glass on this door because the door is locked, and the camera literally takes a cut, and then it does like a zoom in shot. And even before the character hits the glass is already smashed. And I was like, wow, was this movie made on like $10 or €10? I was like, wow, this is bad. Another big issue of this movie is, when I was talking about the cinematography before, there is far too many cuts to black in this movie for no reason whatsoever, or the editing of this movie was done atrociously. I would love to also sit here and say that the music in this movie helped really build up the suspense. No, I didn't feel suspense whatsoever. I feel like there was a couple of music choices also, which was just not fitting for this movie at all. And I've saved the best to last. The killer's motive. So after some time in the movie, you do find out who the killer is. And at first I was like, oh, okay, who's that? And then obviously later on through the movie, it revealed like who they were. And the motivation for the killer is laughably bad. It felt almost as if a 5-year-old had written, oh, this is a good idea for a killer's motive. Yeah, let's roll with this. It was shocking. And I mean, absolutely shockingly appalling, the reason for the killing. And I'm not going to spoil it here for anyone who does decide to check out this movie. Dark Glasses, guys, I cannot recommend this movie. Definitely one of the worst movies I've seen this year. So for that reason, my overall score for Dark Glasses is a 1 out of 5 stars. So have you seen this movie? Are you a fan of this movie? Was I a little bit too harsh in my review? Leave any and all comments down below so we can continue the discussion down there. Also give the video a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. And also for £2 per month, you can find a link in the description box below. I also have an exclusive Patreon where you get access to early videos, my release schedules, say what comes onto the channel, 2 times giveaways in entries, and so much more stuff coming very soon. And you can be a part of that experience by clicking the link below. So I do want to give a special thank you to all my awesome Patreons who help to support the channel. But thank you for tuning into this review, and until the next time that I see you, I'll be seeing you later.